afternoon, South Africa, and a very warm welcome to you. This is Afternoon Express, and my name is Jeannie D.
Welcome to it. Lovely to have you with us. I'm Bonnie Booley. Now, it's not a Thursday on Afternoon Express without some beauty and wellness advice. Today, we're looking at skincare and specifically looking after your children's skin. We've got media personality Zoraida Jardine in the loft, who's also a mother, and she'll be sharing her tips. And not to forget how beautiful she is.
No, she's amazing. Plus, it's more skincare from Dr. Anushka Reddy in the next installment of our beauty series. And today on social media, we are asking you, which beauty fads would you like to never ever see again? Make sure you leave your comments on Facebook and vote in our poll on Twitter at Afternoon Chat. What beauty fads would you never want to see again?
I was actually thinking that because I knew you were going to ask me that. I would never want to see women shaving off their entire eyebrow and then drawing it back on in a thin line.
No, I can't even beat that. That is the worst.
Good afternoon, South Africa. I can't wait to read so many of those comments online. It always makes my day going to go find out the shade that you guys throw on social media. It is absolutely awesome. Hashtag Afternoon Express, Facebook and Twitter. We'd love to hear from you. So we're in the kitchen. Sue and Alan joins us in the loft today, kitchen. And we're going to be doing something that's different, you know? You expect winter, we're expecting oats for breakfast, and we're like, oh gosh, I cannot do oats anymore. It bloats me, I don't feel like it any longer.
Just bored.
You think milk, you think, oh, I've had milk my whole life, and you're like, what could be so different about milk? Trust me, we've got something that is going to excite your taste buds. What are we making?
I don't know if I want to tell you what we're making.
Okay. What are we going to use?
So we're going to be using an incredible new milk product, which is a care range from Clover. So lots of vitamins, minerals, vitamin D, extra calcium.
In the actual milk itself?
In the actual milk itself. So, you know, you think milk comes with a standard set of things, and it does, but this has really been enriched, suitable for the whole family. So, something that we often lack in our diets. I think, you know, we live such stressful lives, we need to supplement even more.
Okay.
So, this breakfast is not only delicious, you're getting extra goodies.
Yeah, I mean, if you're also one of those people who's in your house, obviously are really busy in the morning, you press that snooze button, not once, not twice, but thrice, and have no more time to make a delicious and nutritious breakfast, we've got the solution just for you. I think we should move the show along very hastily. Joining us is our first guest today in the loft. She's South Africa's funniest and most entertaining woman, and I absolutely adore her. She started her career at the age of just 13 as the youngest radio host in the country. And she went on to present KTV for a number of years. And as an actress, she's featured in The Bantu Hour, Tandeka's Diary, and the acclaimed dramedy Material with Riyad Musa. But nowadays, she is best known as the kooky and charismatic co-host of Trending SA. It's Nina Hastie.
Hold up, hey, let me get them, son. Woke up feeling gangster. Rip my newspaper in half, I call it breaking news. What? You thought you were so hot, so I burned you now. Now your name is Bernadette. Bernadette, where's Howard? How about you go make some money because I'm broke? I can't even pay attention. Hey, these tweets are whack. Anyways. Met a girl, tried to hook up with a friend. She said she got standards, but baby girl, I'll break your bank. Oh! Baby girl has changed. She saw me approaching and decided to cover her face with a book. Now I call her Facebook.
Hey!
Facebook. Skirt. All right, hold on. Hey. I had no other choice. I'm stuck on paper, attention, detention, communication, television, anything that rhymes with shin.
What a wow.
Yeah.
No, you know what? All the wows. All the wows. But is that Bogo?
Zaga. Yeah, I think I was listening to that. Like, I think that might have even been the beat. So
Yeah,
we were
it
just
was.
taking tweets and like trying to rap them, but they didn't rhyme. So I looked like a crazy person.
No, you killed it.
Yeah,
You
but
killed
thanks.
it, though. You killed
I
it.
heard you
Appreciate it.
did want to be a rapper at some point.
Yes.
How did that work out for you?
I was terrible. Do you remember? You know, Dumi Mulagani,
Yes,
T.
yes.
We used to be in a rap crew together.
You were in a rap crew?
We were the MTN Free to Speak rappers that traveled the country doing corporates. I was like 19, and then Dumi was like, "Yo, dude, please stop. you're terrible.
Wow.
So I did.
And were you genuinely bad?
No, I'm actually quite good now that I've realized if I had carried on and I see who's making money out of rapping now.
So, babes,
Yes.
your bio says that you do a mixture of Zulu, Tsotsitaal, and Sipitori.
Yeah. So basically,
Wow, you've got a rapper taste. Just drop something in Zulu, Spitori, and Tsotsitaal.
Totally heard her do it before. It's
Really?
so good, yeah.
yeah. Okay, so
Say in Spitori and Tsotsitaal that it's not your man, we're sharing him. Because that's what Spitori girls say. They say that kind of thing, like on the
wait,
dating.
babes. No, okay, what I'm gonna do for you, I don't know, this thing of sharing men.
Yeah.
No, rather just get a man to pay your bills, don't share a man. No, so there's this rap, actually a friend of mine helped me write this because I was like, how do you say the things to make the pots to become, to do the, so it's a song about men with tenders, and it's called You're Not My Boyfriend, You're Just a Piece Job.
Yeah.
And
like,
it goes,
we like.
you're not my boyfriend, you're just a piece job. You're not my boyfriend, you're just a piece job. And then it goes, Uguti mfana, leti pay slip, ipi townhouse, where do you slip? Haibo makalela, you're just too weak. Funny tender man, zong tangele weaving. Yeah, it's weak.
I love it. I love it.
Okay. Thank you.
So you started out in the industry at 13.
Yeah.
That's early.
Yeah.
And I'm asking because I did as well.
Yeah.
And I mean, did you know what was happening? Did you have a chance to actually just realize what's going on in your life, how much it's changing, and how different your teen years are going to be as a result of it?
Luckily, I think what happened is I was behind a microphone for the first couple of years. So no, I had an anonymity. So that I think might have changed because I wasn't famous.
Okay.
I was working with adults and things like that, you know, I had a radio show at 13 and then I did voiceovers for many years. I was the voice of Y at like 17 or 18. I used to come into YFM and like, hello naughty, hello bad boy T. I was still white then.
And that's when Y, and that's when Y was lit.
Yeah, it was so
It was
lit. And like my mum would drive me through from Pretoria, like, you know, during exams and stuff to go and do voiceovers, and it was like, you know.
So when you
Rosebank
auditioned
Mall.
for that job, you actually went into the audition with one of your best friends, and she wanted the job. You
He-
did,
yeah,
you
yeah, he
it.
did.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
But are you still friends,
We
considering
actually
you got the
are.
job?
We actually are. So we went in for this radio. That's so cute that you know that. He wanted the job. I just tagged along out of moral support, and then I got the job. And then I brought him on to be my DJ. He's doing pretty well for himself now. Matt Sutner. I don't know if anyone knows.
Yeah,
who
but
is,
just as a side note, don't take Nina to an audition with you.
because I will slay, and I will take a job. I'll take a job. I won't take a man, but I'll take a job.
I have to tell you, I went and I did a 5-minute stand-up comedy skit.
How was that? With
I don't know
Jason?
how you do it. Yeah, Jason's amazing. But, I mean, where do you find that energy and that confidence from? And it's because to speak about yourself and be funny is so difficult.
It comes from a deep-seated self-loathing. Yeah, that's exactly.
I thought you were going to say confidence.
No, you must hate yourself so much so that you want to be in front of people telling them about yourself so that at least someone in the world will validate your existence.
By laughing.
Yeah.
I don't know
It's
whether to
warped.
laugh or to cry.
Yeah, no, please laugh and cry at the same time. You could laugh, cry, and add other things to the flavor, you know, just to, you know, eat, you know, have like chips. I eat donuts when I'm sad. I've just discovered there's a certain donut company that uses a certain delivery company that also drives taxis around, and they deliver to my house. It's problematic.
Oh my goodness, I did not know that.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I know that now.
I know about
What has
it.
been your
Sadly.
highlight, your comedy career highlight?
I think it was like 3 standing ovations during one performance. I was at, it was phenomenal. It was a all-female lineup. Anile was hosting, Dumi Morake, Celeste Ntuli, myself,
remember
Noko
that.
Moswete, and Tracy Lee Oliver. These 5 women
Amazing woman.
filled up
Just powerhouses of women.
a stadium, the Carnival City Big Top, 5,000 people looking at us. And halfway through my performance, they just get up and they start clapping and screaming. And I was talking about important things. I was talking about privilege. I was talking about land. I was talking about stuff. Before the land and the privilege wave hit, I was talking about it because I feel that it's important.
Yeah.
And I had this very sort of like defiant stance. There's this photograph of me sort of just like being so defiant about it, and everybody standing. And friends of mine that had come to the show said that the stands were shaking, and that it was just, and you could feel it. You could feel that energy on stage. It was the best moment of my life, I think.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's
That is
incredible.
phenomenal.
Thanks.
And Trending Not 3, tell us about the show.
Yeah.
And your co-hosts and what makes it such magic.
I think, I mean, they're dynamic. Everyone there is a person on there, and we were all friends before the show. So we all kind of knew each other. There's my sister. There's me. My goodness, there's Shaga. I miss him. There's Pabi. Oh my gosh, she was very pregnant here. We were friends. Those are my friends. I get paid to sit with my friends and
just
talk. And my friends are clever, and they've read books, and they know things. So when we talk, we can really hoy it at each other and pick up whatever the other one puts down. It's beautiful. There's trust, there's love, there's emotions. If that woman can cry,
Clearly,
I
she's
love it.
amazing.
We love
She's also in
Kuli.
that 5-minute comedy thing.
Yeah, she is phenomenal.
Yeah,
I absolutely love her. You are amazing. You just do so much, and I think it's so unique for, I mean, especially now with this whole comedy thing, to be taken so seriously as a woman in that industry as well is tough.
I wasn't always here. So I'm 34. It took a long time for me to figure out who I was. I was problematic, you know, I had my own issues and all the rest of it, and I was a bit of a weirdo and very forward, and like in a time where people are like, what is this forwardness from this woman? We don't know this. We live in patriarchy land. I wasn't well received initially. And the more you're not well received, the more you like fight it and like, give me attention. And then like when they stopped giving me attention and they didn't want to give me opportunities, I was like, well, I'm gonna go build my own. If you don't want to hire me, I'm gonna go start my own gigs. And I did, and I started gigs. I would drive anywhere. Hammanskraal, Katlehong, anywhere. If someone wanted to give me a microphone and give me an opportunity to perform, I'd go.
But also, well-behaved women seldom make history.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes! Yeah.
More from Nina a little bit later. How can you not love this bubbly, vivacious personality? She's such an incredible star. One of my favorite things to do in the mornings is go through her Insta stories. If you guys haven't done it yet, do yourselves a favor and go check out Nina's Insta stories online. It's hilarious. She has lots of fun. Listen, speaking about online, we're on Facebook, obviously, and on Twitter at the moment. On our Facebook page, we're asking you the question, which beauty fads would you like to never see again? Which ones are no-nos? Mermaid eyes, arts and craft nails, body contouring with makeup, painted eyebrows or fake freckles, and there seems to be a trend of your answers. Ike Teng says, oh my world, painted eyebrows, they are just not working these days. Barley says, painted eyebrows, I don't understand why you removed them in the first place. Zintle says, hey team, it has to be painted eyebrows with 2 devil's faces there. And Zintle says, hey team, it has to be painted eyebrows. Seems like a lot of consensus on Facebook. Share your thoughts. Hashtag Afternoon Express across both of our social media platforms. We'd love to hear from you. Let's get the show trending. We'll be back with more from Nina Hastie a little bit later on in the show. But after the break, it's time for our beauty and skincare segments. We're chatting to media personality and all-round absolute legend. She's hilarious too, Zoraida Jardine. And it's the next installment of our Dr. Nushka Reddy beauty series, so stay tuned.
Dermikelp for itchy, irritated skin and scalp conditions, including eczema.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. Now, taking care of your family's skin with the right skincare products plays a really important role when it comes to looking healthy. We have media personality, wife and mother, and my best girl, Zoraida Jardine, in the loft with us today to share her tips on how she takes care of her family's skin. Welcome.
It's so nice to see you again.
So good to have you
skin.
here.
Skin.
Your skin has always been amazing. I mean, Zoraida has the softest skin. And you look after yourself
Thank you.
so well. I've been loving your Instagram lately on all of your fitness and you. But I mean, what is your skincare routine?
So unfortunately, I don't come from a parenting and childhood download of my mom having paid much attention to her skin. And I think one of the best things about being a parent is that you get to do things that maybe your parents didn't do so well, and then you get the opportunity to do that with your kids. So it's become really important, and I'm in the media, so it's become very important for me to take good care of my skin and then to impart that knowledge on both my son and my daughter.
Yeah, and they are beautiful as well. They're growing so well.
Josh and I have decided to keep them. We spoke about it last week, and we're going to keep them.
That's lovely. If you don't, I'll take one. Okay, now how can you ensure that your kids are going to have great skin?
Well, I think it's definitely, once again, it's about that download, right? You've got to be, kids do as you do. They don't do as you say. So it's, first of all, taking care of my skin and then telling them what to do or not to do with theirs. Unfortunately, my son developed eczema this year, which was quite heartbreaking for me because, and you know, I've discovered lately, since using Dermikelp, is that so many people are suffering from skin disorders, so to speak, and are too shy to speak about it. Because I think, you know, our skin is what we wear, right? It's like visible for everyone to see.
It's the largest organ on your body.
Exactly. And so when you have some sort of skin disorder, it kind of like makes you really insecure. And I've seen how it's affected my son because he developed this really quite an unfortunate area on his arms with eczema. And it was quite sad to have to know that he's probably going to have this for the rest of his life. So I had to go, what can I do to manage the situation in the most, you know, effective way possible? Because Josh also suffers from eczema. So I think that was probably a, you know, predisposition that he has from his father.
So is this why you decided to team up with Dermikelp?
Yes, absolutely. And you know, my kids are multiracial. I kind of thought that they were going to develop all of my skin. They didn't so much. The thing about being a parent is that everything you think you know kind of like goes out the window once you have your kids, because everyone is their own little personality with their own skin. And what I have found with my kids is that my daughter's skin at the moment is fine for now, but my son, for example, developed eczema this year, and Josh has had it his entire life and has had to manage it his entire life. So with Shia, my boy, I've had to go, okay, what product am I going to use for him so that he doesn't become self-conscious about it? What I love about this product is that it's one product that I can buy for Josh and for Shia and for my daughter and for myself. Because I, this year, have developed something called dry scalp. Have you heard of that?
On your head?
Yes. So it kind of looks like dandruff, but it's not. And I was like, where has this come from? And the great thing about this product range is that they have a scalp spray for dry scalp.
Brilliant.
So I'm not too sure whether it's from stress, anxiety.
What causes it?
I don't really know what causes it. I mean, you know, if you speak to doctors these days, they'll tell you everything is stress related. So I would say it's some sort of anxiety or stress, probably from varsity or aging. I'm not too sure. The point is that it's there.
Aging? You're not aging.
The point is that it's there and I have to deal with it. And the scalp spray is incredible for that too.
Amazing.
So it's a lovely range that the whole family can use. That's what I love about it. I don't have to buy my son a different product and then something for my daughter and then something for Josh and something for myself. They have a lovely range that is fine for the whole family.
And where do you buy it?
You can get them at most leading pharmacies. They're available at most stores, and you get them at Clicks and Dischem as well.
Okay, amazing. Brilliant. Now tell me, what else have you been up to in your life? I mean, you're
I've
at
been
university.
studying.
You've been doing yoga. I've been seeing you on your yoga wheel with your little girl. I mean, how stunning.
Thank you. I'm still in the process of trying to find that elusive thing called balance.
Yeah.
And you know, as a woman, it's just like we're wearing so many hats. Like 1 minute I'm a student, then I'm writing an essay, and then I'm a mom, and then I'm a wife, and then I'm on Jeannie D's couch. It's just like go, 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 go.
This would be the highlight.
Absolutely. I'm just trying to balance life, that's all.
No, well, you're doing a remarkable job of it. Thank you so much for coming through. You are looking sensational.
Thank you.
And it's always such a treat to see you. Thank you for
my
coming.
Jeannie. Thank
now,
you.
good skincare should be part of your every single day routine. And DermiCelp gives you the support you need while caring for someone you love, offering you a cortisone-free alternative to soothe itchy, irritated skin and scalp, making it ideal for the whole family.
It's something that I've been looking for a very long time, in fact, because eczema seems to run inside my family. And something that I learned for a very long time about using different products is you've got to find the product that works for you. And it's exciting to see that there's some really good products out there who are able to do that. Another thing that I learned, however, was about sort of commitment. Beautiful skin requires commitment, people. And when you're developing a skincare routine, it's really important to understand your skin particularly and to know what products work for you. Dr. Anushka Reddy takes us through the importance of understanding your skin and how this can improve visible signs of scarring, aging, and sun-damaged skin. Take note, your Beauty 101 guide continues now.
Finding a skincare routine that works for you can seem like a never-ending quest. Skin complaints ranging from visible scarring to acne, pigmentation, and premature aging can all be addressed, controlled, and eradicated with a good skincare regime. Always leading the way in terms of the newest developments in aesthetics, Dr. Anushka Reddy is well-versed in how to best maintain a truly healthy skin. Whatever age or skin type you are, Dr. Reddy can prescribe a skincare program that will deliver a healthier complexion.
My name is Rhoda. I work in the healthcare industry. The reason I've come here today to see Dr. Reddy is because I work in the skincare business. So I feel that I need to be a representation of my industry and my business, and I'm here to get an expert opinion.
Rhoda is here today to actually address her main skin concern, which is developing pigmentation. She's had it before while she was pregnant. It had faded, and obviously she's now approaching her 40s and she doesn't want it to reappear.
And being of Indian descent, pigmentation is a concern in our ethnicity group. So I would like to make sure that I don't develop pigmentation. I also have enlarging pores, and I'd like to see what procedure she can offer me to actually treat this and maintain my skin.
So we're going to be using the Vizia scanner to actually assess her skin type first and then prescribe a skincare range that's suitable for her.
It's important for me to solve these problems because firstly, I'm turning 40 this year. I think it's always important to set a role model for other people, for friends, for colleagues. Also in this industry, I think that I'm the face of my business, so I need to represent myself as best as I can.
So these are the parameters it measures: spots, wrinkles, texture, pores. As you can see, we aim for a percentage at my practice of at least 70%. Your skin is a bit on the sensitive side, so we need to be cautious about what skincare we give you because you are prone to redness. I think everything in medicine is customized, and that's what we are also doing in aesthetic medicine. So we're seeing more patients, besides coming for injectables, addressing their skincare issues, but having a scan done first so they can have an appropriate skincare regime prescribed for them.
Some of my past skincare routine includes home care products. I do believe that I am using good quality home care products, and I trust that she would be able to guide me in the right direction, maybe change my skincare routine or add to complement what I'm using currently.
I'm very happy with your other parameters. I can see you've been very good with sunblock. That's excellent, so not much sun damage. The skin analysis machine that I have in my practice is called the Vizia scanner. I have patients in my practice who've used skincare for years and invested a lot of time and money. And when we do the skincare analysis, we realize that it's actually of no benefit to their skin. And that's when we would actually change them to a more appropriate skincare range. The range I like using, because there's a lot of science behind it, is the Neostrata range. It's a well-known, well-established brand with a very good safety profile. The treatment I'm looking at doing on Rhoda today to address her issue of pigmentation is actually a chemical peel. A chemical peel involves using fruit acids at different concentrations to resurface the skin. We'll start with a low concentration acid and then we'll build it up in the next few months and see how you do.
The results I'm hoping for is to achieve and maintain a healthy, vibrant skin.
By resurfacing, I mean removing the dead surface skin cells. And that's what it is. It removes the dead surface skin cells and produces this lovely, radiant glow. The recovery time for a chemical peel depends on the depth of the peel. So if it's a superficial depth peel, which just involves stripping the epidermis, the recovery time is very quick, within a few days. The deeper you go, naturally, the longer the recovery time. If you go down into the deep dermis, the recovery time can be as much as 2 weeks. But in my practice, especially on pigmented skins, I tend not to go deeper than a medium depth peel.
That's lovely product.
My number one rule for skincare is sunblock, sunblock, sunblock. I simply cannot emphasize how important it is to use sunblock from a very early age. A good quality sunblock is what I would suggest that our audience use.
Oh man, it's something I've heard my whole life, Dr. Nushka Reddy. Wear sun cream. And how much do we actually take that thing on board until you realize the long-term effects of that exposure to the sun? Guys, professional skincare products and medical treatments are absolutely beneficial in improving the visible signs of aging, scarring and pigmentation. So make sure you follow Dr. Anushka Reddy on Instagram for the latest updates in aesthetic treatments. You might be wondering what's coming up on the show after the break. Well, we're in the kitchen with a very unique recipe that involves making breakfast before you go to bed. Stay tuned.
Introducing Clover Care, the first enriched milk packed with nutrients to help you take extra care of your whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
It's good to have you back with us live on SABC3. This is Afternoon Express. My name is Danilo Acquisto and I'm in my favorite spot in the loft. You guys know where that is. It is our loft kitchen. And there's nothing worse than the sound of the alarm going off in the morning, waking you up from a peaceful slumber on a winter's morning. Well, Sue Ann has got a really cool idea for us. It's nifty and it gives you a reason to set your alarm just a little bit later. And it involves making breakfast before you go to bed. All right, let's talk about what that means. How do you do breakfast before you go to bed? Unless you're one of those people like me who goes to bed at like midnight.
I also go to bed at midnight. Even more reason why you should actually make your breakfast the night before.
So night before means before you go to bed.
It means before you go to sleep.
Okay.
Because you want to be able to snooze a little bit longer, especially because it's not really that sunshiny out there yet early in the morning. But also, this is such a great idea because then you can grab and go. You don't miss out on breakfast. I know we hear it over and over again. It is the most important meal of the day. For me, it's not just about that. You want it to taste amazing. If that's the first thing you're experiencing food-wise, it's got to taste great.
Right, well, let's get started on it because I think it's such an interesting one. You always see oats and everyone's like, oh, how many more ways can you do oats? I'm telling you, this is the best oats recipe I've ever had in my life. And yes, I did nibble on it in the ad break.
So we are going to take our oats. There is no heat required today.
You don't have to boil it,
you don't have to do any of that. So also great, the kids can help you. So first things first, oats in a bowl. I'm going to get you to help me a little bit later. And then we are using our Clover Care milk. So
tell me about this milk because it is something that I've seen on the shelves before and it fascinates me. It's like a vitamin-infused milk.
So it is milk that is being enriched with more nutrients than just your standard milk product. Okay. So great for the whole family, lots of extra calcium. More importantly, vitamin D, which helps you absorb that calcium. So we, on the move, terrible diet. Yeah. So just having this little bit of extra, we can all use a boost.
Great.
So
that's never been done before. I think this is the first milk I've ever seen like that.
This is the first one, also approved by the Osteoporosis Association of South Africa, which is great.
Okay, cool. So they've given it a thumbs up.
They've given it the thumbs up. So what you want to do is you want to just make sure that your oats are covered in enough milk, and then we're just going to add a smidgen more. So you really just want, the line coming up above.
You don't want them to come too stodgy, I'd imagine.
Not
no one
too
likes stodgy oats.
But we are also going to, so that's going to get them to start to activate. That's getting nice and moist. Cool. And then some double cream Greek yogurt.
Yummy.
So I'm going to pop a couple of spoons of that in.
Make a spat in it.
Gently.
If you're looking to prep your breakfast tonight, you want to get the details of this recipe, it's very simple. Perhaps you're on your way to the shops after Afternoon Express goes off air. You can SMS the keyword Clover to 33650. It'll cost you $1.50 and those free SMSs will not apply. Send it through that SMS, you'll get all the details on your mobile device.
This is where it starts to get even yummier.
Cool.
So, chia seeds.
Chia seeds. They're like a super food.
It's a super food.
Yeah, they swell. They're quite cool. I use them in the morning, every morning in my smoothies. So
and they go a little bit gelatinous. It's quite weird when they pop in your mouth. So I'm going to go for chia seeds. Obviously, you can use things like toasted sesame seeds. I'm a fan. Cool. I don't know how you feel about that.
No, it's cool. I'm all for anything.
Some cranberries. Obviously, another superfood, goji berry. So if that's what's in the cupboard, use those. Some organic maple syrup. What's really nice about the organic is it's an easier consistency to run and to mix. So
alrighty. So you basically just combine all your favorite different ingredients for your oats as you would. You leave it overnight and eventually it starts to set and all the oats soak up that moisture and they come out looking something like the one that we've got on the table over there, which is amazing. Do you mind if I taste it? Is it like
I think you should actually taste it.
I shall hold this for you.
You hold that while I'm going to quickly carry on.
So basically what she was telling me before we went live on the show today, this is cool tips for you, is that you can make this recipe in any way you like to make this recipe. Make it fun, make it exciting, and your favorite ingredients. These are her particular choices of ingredients, and they sound really good, but do they taste really good?
Now that you're eating, I'm going to grate, if that's okay with you.
Go for it. Oh, yum. This is so good.
It's really good.
Oats for dinner, lunch, and breakfast. Here's a recap.
Introducing Clover Care, the first enriched milk packed with nutrients to help you take extra care of your whole family.
Made with love by Clover.
So I'm having such a good laugh with myself right now because you guys all know how much I love cooking. But another thing that I love doing the most is reading all your comments on social media, especially when it comes to asking the question about which beauty fad you'd like to never see again. You guys do not mind throwing shade and it's awesome. So I've crossed over to our Twitter poll at the moment. We've pinned it to the top of our Twitter page, Afternoon Chat. And you guys have been voting on that poll. So I thought I'd give you some intermediate sort of results so far. 13% of you are saying the mermaid eyes need to go. Arts and crafts nails sitting at about 20%. body contouring at 22%, funny enough. And our winner so far is painted eyebrows at 44%. It seems to be the majority on Facebook as well as on our Twitter page too. Keep using the hashtag Afternoon Express and keep those conversations going. I'm literally reading every single one of your comments and looking at the ones that are absolutely hilarious. So keep them coming through. So much more to come on Afternoon Express. After the break, we're back on the couch with our guest for the day, comedian and one of the hosts of Trending SA, Nina Hastie. So stay right where you are.
Welcome back to Afternoon Express. We are back on the couch with our sensational guest, the lovely Nina Hastie.
No problem, Peony D.
It happens to me a lot, actually.
Some people call it DVD. I like DVD.
Yeah,
That is
DVD.
very funny.
I get DVD.
Oh my gosh.
The other night, somebody called me Jenny throughout dinner the whole time, so I called him the completely wrong name the whole time. And he said, my name's not Paul. I said, my name's not Jenny.
I like that. I also like that you guys can sit at the back of the couch and have your feet touch the floor at the same time.
I was going to ask you, what size shoe do you wear?
Like,
I mean, it's like that size.
These shoes are actually too big for me, but I couldn't get ones that matched my thighs. What's this?
Your
calves
calves
and my toes at the same time.
All
So
at
it's a
the same
size
time.
4, but I'm actually a 3. But
Did you do like those geisha binding things?
Yeah, I did.
Like
Actually, we were
size.
really poor when I was growing up, and my parents couldn't afford bigger shoes, so I just wore a size 2 for 12 years.
Your whole life.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm joking.
You know, you've had an incredible career and you're very hardworking, but it hasn't been without its challenges.
No.
And you're very vocal about them, which is amazing because we were chatting the other day about how the millennials kind of present perfectly.
Yeah.
They just show up perfect, and
Yes.
people have shame about telling their real stories.
Yeah, I think
but you've been very open about going on drinking binges and sometimes drugs.
Yeah. They were around. Also, I think so there's a couple of things. So the age that I'm at and the time that I was sort of in entertainment, it was just accessible. I don't know if it's accessible now. Maybe I'm just out of the loop, or like it's just not an interest of mine. But I mean, because my parents, my mom was concerned, like, why drugs? I'm like, Mom, it's not like I went and stood on the side of the road and sold my body for heroin. It was just, there were some party drugs that helped you drink for longer, basically. It's because it was a time and a space and in entertainment where it was accessible. And I didn't love myself very much. So the combination of lack of self-love, not understanding my depression issues, not dealing with a lot of things, exacerbated with alcohol and all the rest of it. It just made for a mess of a person, you know.
Yeah.
But we're all a mess when we're in our 20s. And this millennial thing of like arriving, you know what? Stop putting pressure on each other. That's what I don't like about millennials. They put so much pressure on each other to arrive in the best combination. Like, oh, the combo must be on fleek, and the eyebrows must be on fleek, and the this and the everything must be on fleek. I like the soul on fleek, girls. Yes. Have your soul on fleek. Figure out who you are. That's really just more important. It just took, I think, me longer to figure out who I was than other people.
And of course, some of it was self-medicating because you're also open about having experienced abuse at a young age. And it's Women's Month, and not that it's not topical any other time, but we're talking a lot now. We're being more vocal about abuse of women
Sexual
and children,
violence
and when it happens, we're completely just way more open about talking about it and get to the bottom of it. And why was it important for you to share your experience?
You know what actually happened? I mean, I've spoken about it briefly, and then I got booked for a Women's Day gig last year. And the thing is, you know, I didn't know what was going on. I was like, oh, at least I wasn't one of those people that used to get drunk and tell everybody I was raped at bars. Turns out I did, I just don't remember. It was very much a self-medicating thing, you know. I didn't realize how badly it had affected me until years later, when the dust settles on your psyche, and you're dealing with yourself, and you're dealing with your self-worth issues. You're dealing with how much you charge people. Because the thing about rape is that it affects your value system.
Whoa.
So what do you value yourself to be? What do you value your product to be? If you're an entertainer, how much do you charge people? I am worth this because this is how much my skill set is worth. But you're not used to telling people that because your value system has been compromised, absolutely. So so learning how to value yourself in relationships, in business, in life, spiritually, that you deserve things, that you deserve success. So it's the knock-on effect of that, and that's why it's such a violation of someone, because you are violating my value system, you are violating my sense of self, and that takes years and years and years to repair. So. Yeah.
But you did say that they might have raped your body, but they didn't rape your spirit.
No, they didn't, because it's there. It just needed to come up to breathe.
How did you get yourself so together? Because speaking to you now, you are so astute and so pulled together, and you've got your, I was going to say you've got your SHRD.
How did you find that? How did you find the things to make the pots to be done?
Because I lost the pots.
You lost the pots.
I lost everything. I had nothing. Like I was staying at a friend of mine's house, and I'd left my car there, and we'd pulled a runner because we couldn't afford the rent, and then those people took my car. Then I was staying with other people.
You guys pulled a runner because you couldn't afford the rent.
Yeah,
sure.
We pulled a runner, and then I was sleeping on a floor in Braamfontein at these dodgy people's. There wasn't a bed, there wasn't blankets. It was. I've seen live. Tolaguti, hey. Tolaguti, Hastie. I was in the mix, guys. It was live. It was real. It was madness. Yeah. But so ask me how, because there was no other option.
Yeah.
I had to get it together. I had to get this life together. Because you know that when you're born that you've got some other purpose. Whether your purpose is to be a loving father, or whether your purpose is to be somebody that really adds value to community, or whether your purpose is whatever. I know that my purpose, I've always had this vision that I'm standing in a room filled with women, and I'm talking, and I've got this message, and I've always known that. So I know that I'm supposed to be an important person for a social change in South Africa.
Absolutely.
This is something that I know, that it's been burning inside of me since I was at school, and nothing is going to stop me doing that. So, and I think that the universe had a reason to let me see those things, because I don't think I would have had the empathy that I have for South Africans on every level of financial, on every part of the financial spectrum, because I've seen everything, and I've seen everyone. So I have empathy, and that I feel is important if you want to make change.
Yeah. And what can we expect from you going forward? We know you're going to be on a podium speaking to thousands of
You know
women.
you're going to be a Sangoma.
Yes!
You're going to be a Sangoma.
Okay, so it's a soap on a rope, our season
What's going to
1.
happen in my life tomorrow?
I don't know.
Will I marry Leonardo?
I don't know.
Hey!
Tologuchi.
Hey! Hey!
Let me
I love you.
So we shot season 1 of Soap on a Rope. That was where I played the Sangoma, who's this like Afrikaans chick, Brenda, who is very kind of like, you know, Uguti, they say things, ne Afrikaans, Zulu, gooi maar net, you know. So she's great. It looks, I don't know if we're gonna get another season. Hopefully. We might. Then there's characters of Desmond Dube. We are going for we shot a second season. So that's on SABC2. Awesome. We are busy writing the one-woman show, which has been moved to 2018 because I'm so busy. So I need to do a full tour 2018, and there's a book on the way.
Wow!
We can't get enough of Nina
we can't get enough of you. You've got to come back.
Okay, cool.
Thank you so much for chatting to us.
I want you guys' waistlines and hair. Thanks.
Use that hashtag Afternoon Express. Share all your love for Nina on the show. It's been so cool reading all your comments. There's just so much love for this woman. She's such a powerhouse. Absolutely digging having her in the loft with us today on Afternoon Express. Now, I'm pretty sure that show's going to be trending with all of those different hashtags you guys have been sending through. And speaking of, the last 2 weeks, Winner Home has been trending. So don't forget about our bi-weekly competition that we're running, where this time around you could win a Plascon paint voucher to the value of 5,000 Rand. Head over to privateproperty.co.za, click on that Winner Home logo at the top of your screen and vote for your favorite design duo. Remember that this also automatically enters you into the draw where you stand a chance of winning the biggest prize on South African television, a brand new home valued at more than 3 million Rand.
Next time on Winner Home on Afternoon Express.
It's our final day and I'm nervous. My heart is like crazy.
We need to kill this like it's...
The last day is always crazy. So is that budget. I mean, it's gone.
Now it's time. When the cash is run out, when the cash is dry, it's time to DIY.
Don't miss Winner Home Fridays on Afternoon Express. The stage is yours.
Be epic. I cannot wait to hang out with you guys on Friday afternoon. So onto the show today. However, we're asking you on social media the question about which beauty fads would you like to never see again. And I have been laughing my face off at some of your comments that came through. And I found one on Facebook that I had to read to you because it was just too funny. And thanks so much for sending it through. Pumlelo says, if ever I get a woman who removes and draws back her eyebrows as a bride price or her lobola, her family's also getting cows drawn on a piece of paper. It's only fair. And I love that. Thanks for sending that one through, Mpumlelo. Mantwadi says, when someone asks, how did you get your brows like that? And all you can think of saying is, well, I keep them on. Things get a little bit awkward. And then Nonolo also saying that eyebrows should fall. No, don't paint them back. So she's also asking at the end, there's something very rude. She says, I don't understand what some people use. Is it shoe polish or what? Keep those comments coming through, shade or no shade. Hashtag Afternoon Express, Facebook as well as Twitter. Now, cannot wait for tomorrow's episode as well of Winner Home on Afternoon Express. This week, our design duos have to meet the 5 p.m. deadline to finish their spare rooms. Plus, there's a very special guest judge who is definitely not going to be easy on critiquing their work. We'll be right back with more from comedian and TV personality Nina Hastie on Afternoon Express.
This is your chance to win the home you've always dreamed of. SA's favorite interior design reality competition, Win a Home, sees 3 design duos transform empty spaces into lavish homes. And one of them could be yours. To enter, visit privateproperty.co.za and vote for your favorite design duo. Put yourself in line to win amazing prizes in the bi-weekly draw and automatically be entered for a chance to win the grand prize, your choice of one of 3 fully designed homes in the Eye of Africa Golf and Residential Estate in the south of Joburg. The finished property will include luxurious finishes by Plascon and Caesarstone, as well as premier home appliances by Grundig, with a total prize value of more than 3 million rand. Competition details plus T's and C's can be found on the Private Property website. Watch the breathtaking properties come to life as the design drama unfolds and stand a chance to win the biggest prize on South African television, your very own dream home.
Good to have you back with us on Afternoon Express. We're live on SABC 3. Tomorrow's a big day for Win a Home. You can win yourself a 3 million rand home at some point towards the end of the competition. It's insane. Would you like to win a home?
Oh,
how nice.
No, I'm fine.
No.
I have all the money in the world. Yeah. Yes, I'd like to win a home. How?
Well, that's the thing. We can't enter. You've been on the show now, so like it's
Nina
probably
can
on T's and
enter.
C's.
I can enter.
Nina
I
can
don't work
enter.
here
Yeah.
on SABC 3.
It's been so cool having you in the loft with us today. I've been listening to your conversations off the record, obviously, and I've been watching all the comments coming through on social media. You're just so loved because I think you appeal to so many different kinds of markets, and I think people have really got to fall in love with just how open you are about yourself. And do you think openness comes with like, I guess, I don't want to call it suffering, but going through a lot? So being through so much allows you to be just who you are because nothing phases you?
No. I think I'm just an open, crazy person.
Yeah.
Like the other day, I've really been struggling with my weight, and I put on a bit of weight, and there's this big photo shoot that I have tomorrow, and I've been like working the whole way to it, and then the last 2 weeks I have not stopped stuffing my face, and all the weight that I lost I put back on again.
I'll give you all the tips you need.
Thank you. Because you look like you've never eaten a carb. Anyway,
Listen, she arrives
No,
at this
but they will
loft.
tell you, they'll see days that I just eat broccoli, and then every now and then you just
Really?
eat burgers
Today
and
a burger came out.
chocolates.
Yeah.
Today was burger day.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's
But it was a
chocolates that come
tofu
in.
burger.
I mean,
was
like, really? Like,
you're
what
having
is
a
that?
tofu burger.
Okay, so all right,
Why?
these are your tips.
I got the
I
tricks.
see.
No, but it's worse than that. She comes in here every week with a new fad or something that she's doing. She's either starving herself from one particular nutrient or
No,
something.
never starving. Never
But of a
starving.
nutrient,
You've
so
got
you're
to
like,
think.
no more of this.
But we compare supplements all the time.
Okay.
But
Can I join this game? I like
Absolutely.
it.
You know, having been in the industry since you were 13,
Yes.
do you feel like there's a greater challenge for you to reinvent yourself?
Ooh.
I think that authenticity is automatically reinventing yourself because as a human being, you're always growing. I should hope so, unless there's something wrong with you or you're stagnant, in which case there is something wrong with you. So as long as you're remaining authentic, you don't have to reinvent yourself because you're already reinventing yourself.
What's your dream gig?
You know Catherine Tate?
Yes, she's my favorite of all
I want
time.
a Nina Hastie show where I get to wear like wigs and be old and be like, like be estate agent from Pretoria.
Please do it. Please do
would
it.
do so well
Let me
locally.
tell you something, ne, Jeannie. I can tell you, ne, it's very nice to be here on the SABC, on TV3. It's very nice to be on TV3 and on the afternoons.
No, because when you started off, you were doing voices for animated movies.
Yes.
That is, I think that's a dream job.
Yeah, it's awesome.
That's pretty cool.
You get to play continuously.
So you're so good at all those different voices and different characters. You have to do that.
Yeah, I
Please
did
write
an
that show.
animated one now. It was like, hey! It was a slice of pizza, this animated pizza, and I was like, oh my gosh, we gotta get on the bus now. Like, and it's like an American one and a
You
British
just made
one.
pizza sound
so
so
awesome,
good.
yeah.
I want to eat that pizza now.
Listen, I have one thing. I want to get serious quickly before we have to let you go because the show's about to be over.
Sorry.
Yeah, I want to ask you, it's Women's Month.
Yes.
You're an inspiring woman. Thoughts to other young girls who have been through stuff and are going through things in their lives. What is your thoughts and your wisdom of your life?
Forgive yourself.
Okay.
Forgive yourself, you are enough. Forgive yourself, you are enough. Forgive yourself, you are enough, and you deserve everything.
Amen. Amen.
Thank you,
You
so
are the
much for
best.
joining us
Thank
today.
you.
Thank you.
You've
Thank
been
you.
an
Thanks for
absolute
having
joy.
me.
You are
Thank
such a vibe.
Oh, guys.
And
You know what?
if you're on Trending SA, if there are any tweets about us that are like You just like kick them out. Don't say them on that show, please.
Okay, all right. Only because you asked me. Because if you didn't ask me...
You never know. You never know. Bestie's here, then turning and say the girls, and you're like,
I do take sides. When I'm on TV, I'm like, no, I'm sorry, I won't say a nasty thing about that person.
Okay.
Awesome. We also take sides here.
Yeah, okay, good.
No fence sitters in this laugh. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks
It's
for
been
having
an
me.
absolute treat having you in the laugh
Yeah,
today.
thank you. But yeah, join us again tomorrow, same time, same place, where you can win a home.
Good night, everybody. Have a great evening. And don't forget to use that hashtag Afternoon Express. We love you. Bye-bye.
Hey.
Hey.
Don't miss Win at Home on Afternoon Express tomorrow as our design duo scramble to finish their spare rooms on time. Will Team House and Leisure walk away winners twice in a row, or will one of the other teams catch up? Tune in tomorrow at 4 p.m. to find out.
Search for a home on any device, anytime, anywhere. Private Property, a home for everyone.
Afternoon Express, made with love by Clover.
Another feel-good production.